G'day! In this lesson we will create the author's user interface using Angular so that we can manage the authors. Let's run the command yarn ng generate module author --module app --routing --route authors in the terminal window of Visual Studio Code at the root of our Angular folder. The command has generated our relevant UI files for us. Let's open the author.module.ts file under the src/app/author folder and replace its contents with the following code. We've added the share module. The share module exports some common modules needed to create the Angular user interface. The share module already exports the common module, so we have removed it from this file. We have added ngb data picker module that will be used later on the author's create and edit forms. Let's now define the menu. To do this, we'll open the route.provider.ts file and add the following menu definitions. Now it's time for ABP to do some of the legwork for us, to generate client proxies for our HTTP APIs, to make it easy to consume them from our client side. Before running the ABP generate-proxy command, we will run the host application from Visual Studio. Let's switch back to Visual Studio Code and run the following command, ABP generate-proxy, in the terminal window of Visual Studio Code. This command has generated the service proxies for the author service and the related DTOs for us. Let's open the author.component.ts file and replace its contents with the following code. Now for the UI part, we will open the author.component.html and replace its contents with the following code. The code in both of these files, author.component.ts and author.component.html, should be quite self-explanatory, but if you have any questions, please ask them using the comments box below, underneath this video on this lesson. Let's open en.json under the localization/bookstore folder under the domain.shared project and add the following localization keys which are used by the UI. Now let's run the application. To do this, we need to ensure that the host project is running first, and then switch to Visual Studio Code and run the command yarn start in the terminal window. We will now test the application by creating an author. We will now edit the same author. Let's now delete the author. Let's test to see if we remove the permission to manage authors from the admin user that we cannot see the author's management page in the menu. Let's test to see if we give the admin user the ability to navigate to the author's page again and only give the admin user the ability to create a new author. You will notice that the user is not able to edit or delete the author and can only create new authors. So as you can see, in this lesson we have implemented and developed the author's UI using Angular to manage authors. Join me in the final lesson to configure the book to author relation.